Hello and welcome to the fourth episode, fifth, sixth, I don't know, whichever episode I'm up to of LittleBigArt Studio. I've moved the microphone again because I noticed I was having problems with audio. It wasn't so clear last time, but hopefully you won't hear all the breath and things. It is a cheap microphone. I do apologise. Obviously, if this gets up and running and things get a bit better, and things, I'll get there. Right, so I've stuck a few more trees in, like I said, made it populating more, but they all look really bland and boring because they all look the same. There are simple little tricks you could use to make them look slightly different, and I'll show you those, all using stuff from the simple. So let's go to Manglewood. It's got some nice cool little effects in there. Let's have a look. Oh no. Okay, let's go to Other for random stuff that you will need to use. So this is a firm favourite of everyone. Let's stick ivy on it. In fact, I don't think they call it ivy. In fact, technically, I don't think it is poison ivy. So there we go. Looks mildly interesting, but at the moment it's still all green. Green. So another kit, which is really nice, free to download, absolutely brilliant. Has this little tree in. Has this little tree. Leave. Hey, it's a whole tree. It's a maple tree. That wasn't going to work because as soon as I stuck it on there, yep, it was mostly hidden. So let's try this one. Red maple leaf. Can we see you? Oh yeah, we can stick you out a little bit. That'll do. Of course, I'm doing it all to the same tree, so it adds a bit of colour, adds a bit of variety. Okay, didn't see that one. No biggie. Yeah, that's something you want to try and avoid, is because it will eat up your it will make the level run a lot slower, because lots of decos just slow it down no end. So the idea is to use them economically and cleverly. But as this one's at the front, we kind of want it to look interesting. So, oh, I thought you were sticking out, and it kind of looked like you was, and then you're not. Okay. Strange. Well, we've got some interesting colour in there. There's some flashes and flecks of different colour, which is probably more realistic of what you would see in if you looked at a tree and studied it. Yeah, that's an important thing you need to do if you're going to start copying things from the environment you see, or take ideas from things you see all around you. When you're looking at something, try and note details. I know it's very hard to do because the way we remember things and the way we see things are two different things entirely. That's just human nature. That's the way we are, and it's actually a skill of being able to look at things and take it and then put it into something else. But we're making this look a bit more interesting than it already does. So some of those, they all look a bit boring. Yes, I made them greenish because if I changed it to any other colour, it would affect the top bits as well, which is the leaves. So you could do separate stalks and do a different colour. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, so I'm not going to stress or worry about anything slightly simple like that. But yeah, I have heard people say, well, I can't teach you how to do art. Well, you can. How do you think we learn? But yeah, so these creeper things, we can put these on. This will make it look a bit more interesting. So let's close that off and make that disappear. Yep, brilliant. So we put something different. So it all looks a little bit more, it's beginning to take shape and look slightly different and change the way it looks. And of course the player sees this for about 5 seconds, if that. You know, they just brush past it. Half the time they probably don't take it in, which is why your opening scene should be really good and your end scene. Don't worry about the stuff in between. Well, do, but you don't. It doesn't need to be as detailed. I mean, I've had people criticise me and say you've used too many decorations in levels. They really won't like something. I'll show you something in a bit on one of the levels that I've done where I've used decorations. Nothing but decorations, pretty much. But I've created a path through those decorations, and that goes back to what I was saying in the introduction to this. You know, of how you can create paths and kind of gear people towards the way to go. In fact, I'll go show you. Let's save this and we'll go and show you what I mean. Hopefully we won't have any problems loading it up, because it's very I noticed that on left stick, right stick, when they were streaming the my Egypt level, they had a bit of lag on that. So I would think this one you'd only be able to play by yourself. You wouldn't be able to play it over the internet with your friends. So play local. You know, if you want to play multiplayer, that's the way we do it in this house. But yeah, you want to be able to play over the internet. So let's go to my moon. Let's find it. And here we go. Oh no, that's not it. This is it. Tweet. Which, if you know what it is, it's Songbird Mark II. So tweet was my little joke. Tweet, tweet. This uses purely decorations, but has solid objects that you can't see that lead the player through the level. So here we go. In fact, let's get into a seriously decent costume, because this one looks daft. Hey, I like blue hair. Okay. Adventure type costume. Come on, load it up, thank you. So here we go. This is all purely decorations. And the water doesn't kill you, which in First Songbird, I've always had a problem with that. All in the water is like, it's an entire carpet of dead leaves. Got floating stuff, right. Oh, we can't get out. Doesn't matter, because once you're in a layer, you will swim in that layer. So there we go. Swims out. And up you get. See, and the steps lead the player through the environment. Big jump. Oops, and a nice scary bit. But this is all lighting decorations, and this is what I'm hopefully going to try and be able to show you how to do. So I am using materials a little bit, and but not much. And drop down, et voila. We all know from fairy tales. So I've put an invisible wall here. Yep, I know, invisible walls, but there's a reason for it, simply because you really don't want the player going down there. Once they start wandering off into the bits that I haven't designed for them to be in, it can get problematic. But yeah, if you think I haven't bothered with underwater, guess again. There we go. Quick run up here. And this is about as far as it gets. Just entering into the building. And that's from the original Songbird. If you played the Songbird demo, you'll know that I kind of designed that. Et voila. Here we go. But it creates a nice environment and somewhere for the player to explore and really explore. And I have thought of everything, like over here, if you get stuck in the water, there's a way for you to get back across. It's all there, really. Yep, I'm quite fond of the yellow lighting, and lighting pointing towards the front of the camera from the back of the screen is always good. And that's as far as we got. But this uses mostly decorations. It's heavy deco created level, and it yeah, it looks nice. Some people complain that, you know, they can't see where to go. I have that problem in Ico. I can't see where to go. Honestly, I'm like, oh, I can see where to go, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, it happens with artistic levels and nice looking levels. That's the trade-off. Or perhaps we just credit our players with a bit more. We think that we can see things. You kind of can avoid, lead the player through a level without them realising, and that's pretty much what I've tried to do by keeping it all the stone, sticking to the stone and everything else. But yeah, There we go. So that is that, and that's using heavy decorations and lighting. And that's exactly what I was talking about, showing you how to use your decorations cleverly and stuff. But we'll go back to the other environment where we were creating, and I'll show you what I'm doing. We'll continue on with that, making the whole scene. To simply make it look a bit more interesting, we'll add rocks, that sort of thing. So let's find it. Here we go. And I won't expect you to sit through the entire creation process because that can be a bit dull. But we certainly have a beginnings of a level. Of course, I'm personally beginning to dislike the hundreds of replicated trees because I consider that quite lazy creating. And no matter what I seem to do, I'm not being able to make them that difficult, which is probably why it's a good idea to have 3 or 4 different trees to use in one environment. Perhaps we can use something from the Spring Pack, which is currently available for free to download. Yeah, all your season packs are free, worth downloading. Get on there, get them, use them. So the Spring Pack or Spring Pack, I don't know what it is. I think it's just Spring Pack. Let's find it. Sci-Fi Spring Creator Pack. Cherry Blossom. So see if we can do. Of course, a bit of cherry blossom sticking out. And the idea is I'm just trying to add different colours to break up the colour that's already there. So you're not just looking at a sea of green, because it looks dull and tedious otherwise, and it's not very interesting to look at for the player. Well, why this isn't working, I have no idea. It seems to be not sticking where I'm putting it. Okay. Seem to be doing your own thing at the moment, LWP3. Yeah, that's good. I will get into showing you how. Somebody showed me something very interesting of how to make. It's possibly because of high density of decorations and things. It doesn't like that too much sometimes. Somebody showed me how to put decorations exactly where you want within a layer. Sam showed me that, or told me about that technique at the weekend, and it's really good. Although it's a little bit, I've had a few teething problems with it, but it's interesting, to say the least. So we're putting different colour just to break up the green that's there, and it looks a bit more interesting that way. And it's not, then the player's not like, oh, it's just one colour, because that can be really bad. Unless you're making a nice level and you've got lots of different shades of one colour, but when it's all just one colour, it looks horrible for the player, and it's pretty awkward for creating. But yeah, the wooden environments, we probably want that kind of thing. Next we want to add in some rocks and stuff. We'll do that, make it look a bit more interesting. Everyone uses mushrooms, that sort of thing. I'll try and put some floors in, I think, and I'll show you how to make a simple but interesting floor, and then we'll make that, attach that wire, and we'll get there. I might do a little bit off camera, so you're not sitting here watching me apply every decoration, because that could get tedious. But yeah, so I'll welcome you back for the next episode when I'll do a few more bits, and I'm going to try and upload these as quickly as I can. I'm probably recording them quicker than I could probably upload them, but if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'll be on that, and yep, thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching. As I say, I'll do the floor, come back, and I'll tell you what I've done and talk you through it, because it's going to be a simple application of decorations. Right, so next episode, bye.